which as a symbol of love, affection, and to rekindle ties and blessings. And for this, normally the brother will give her a gift of money. So if you've got lots of brothers, this can be very lucrative for you. So I was involved in that last week, and I suspected that other people might be as well. So we moved it by a week. But we also didn't realize that it was India's, well, I didn't realize it was India's National Day. Otherwise, our theme might have been slightly different. But, here we are. Our theme is brothers and sisters. So with that introduction, who would like to start?
Jasmeer, go for it.
Go for it, Jasmeer.
You know how anyways. Siblings and Rakshis. That's what you wrote, and that's what I'm writing, the heading.
Okay.
The erudite Taurian, resolute and unwavering, mindful to every detail, a do-it-all, a know-it-all, the CEO of his company. That's what he is today. And of the yesterday, I remember him as a little boy who made a huge fuss on Rakhi Day. His logic, clear and concise. Dad, I will tie the Rakhis on their wrists. Let the sisters pay the price and give me gifts. The apple of her eye, it made me smile. Next Rakhi, when he stuck to the same logic, the narrative sure had lost its magic. I, the oldest sibling, sister, was peeved, heaved his head and scratched him. Teary doe-eyed, he didn't utter a word. Horror of horrors, I saw vertical red lines, lined his slim, long, delicate neck. Boy, was I scared. He saw my stricken look. He felt his smarting neck and glanced in the mirror that reflected 10 crimson lines. He suddenly bawled. In an instant, my dad was there, aghast. He gave me a smack. Woodenly, I took in his peace of mind. After the hullabaloo subsided and all was hunky-dory, the solemn event was done with my parents' assurance that he could revise the custom for the coming generations. Today, 7 seas away, we look forward to the day. If the Rakhis don't reach on him on time, he fishes out his own and feels the strength of our loving bond. We siblings have long since realized, without a doubt in our mind, that we are the most invaluable gifts of each other. However, we have our equal angle of our rigid points of views, like the equilateral triangle. Rakhi or no Rakhi, the invisible knot is invincibly strong and keeps us going on. With folded hands, we invoke gods, protect our brother with a happy, healthy, long life, and guide him to achieve successful heights. Thank you.
Excellent, Jasmeer. And very typical Jasmeer. Hi, Pinaki is here. Pinaki, can you say something? Yeah,
Hello,
okay.
sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Excellent. Nice of you to do it. Yeah, Jasmeer just recited a poem on brotherly love. So, I think that was very nice. Jasmeer, and very typical Jasmeer. You could probably do this or drop on a hat. Drop of a turban, I would say.
You've got turbans on the brain now.
Excellent.
Okay, shall we carry on? Who would like to go next?
May I?
I can. Pinaki? Yes, sure. Go for it.
So, I write both in Hindi and in English, but today's thing is in Hindi.
Okay.
So I have,
Pinaki, just a word of thing. We have some people who are from Malaysia and may or may not understand Hindi. So give a sense of it after you recite it. Give a sense of the poem, not a literal translation, but a sense of the poem after you have read it out. Yeah.
sure, sir. So I'll start with a little context. I have a younger brother. We both happened to move out of our homes out of our homes at the same time, and so it's about the long distance relationship of siblings. So the I'll just recite it and then I'll translate it accordingly. So the poem goes like, the title is अब कुछ दूरी सी आ गई है. हम लड़ते थे, झगड़ते थे, कई बार हाथापाई हुई है, फिर भी गिला नहीं हुई थी जो आज होती है. तुम हम्म, तुम ठहरे एक शहर में, मैं कहीं और, अब वैसी लड़ाई नहीं करते हैं. तुम्हारी अपनी दुनिया है, अपने लोग, मेरा भी कुछ यूं ही हाल है. तुम ठहरे एक शहर में, मैं कहीं और, कहाँ हर रात कहानी सुनाती थी तुम्हें, अब कहाँ अब नेटफ्लिक्स पासवर्ड के लिए कॉल आता है. अब एक दूसरे का हाल मम्मी पापा का फोन बताता है. यूं तो कई किस्से कई फोटोज होंगी हमारी, पर अब वैसी लड़ाई नहीं करते हैं. करेंगे भी कैसे, अब कहाँ हमारी बात होती है. क्या बोलूं मैं तुम्हें कितनी याद आती है. तुम ठहरे एक शहर में, मैं कहीं और, तुम्हारी अपनी दुनिया है, अपने लोग, मेरा भी कुछ यूं ही हाल है. क्या ही बोलूं मैं, अब वैसी लड़ाई नहीं करते, अब कुछ दूरी सी आ गई है. Thank you. So for those who didn't understand, basically the poem is about we siblings, they fight, and I mean used to fight with my brother, and sometimes it would even get a little physically violent and all. But then now we don't fight like that. Even if there is a call, it is mostly to ask for a Netflix password, and we get to know about the ongoings in each other's life through the calls that we have with our parents. And so we don't fight like we used to, because we barely talk, and we both have a separate worlds, and so there is now that distance between us siblings. So that's the poem.
Yeah, it's funny how you grow together and then you grow apart. And then in funny ways you grow together anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Lovely. Really lovely. Thank you, Pinaki. Okay. Anyone else?
Just as a background, Pinaki is from Chandigarh and her heritage is Punjabi. So you'll probably find common interests out there. There are other Punjabi people on the call. So it was nice to bump into her in Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh, which is actually south of India. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Would anyone like to go next?
Okay, I can go next.
Vinika?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So a little background here. I have penned a few lines. I have an older brother, about 1.5 years old, not much of a difference. And incidentally, he stays in Hyderabad, and we are quite far off. But yeah, like echoing what Pinaki said, distances do happen over a period of time because everyone gets busy in their own lives. Yeah? So, okay. This poem is a little about what I remember of our childhood together. Two sides of the same coin, peas in a pod, they say, but we were always different in work or play. You were adventurous, sporty, mischievous. Me, I was bolder, nerdy, witty. I was never allowed to go out without you. You were meant to be the protector, but rather, I remember protecting you. The fights got violent when you grew stronger, but so did my nails. That was my only weapon other than tears. All the shared memories, the footsteps of yesteryears are still afresh. Our playful banter and silly games, our code words, and I told you so looks that no one could fathom. You begging me to share my pocket money to buy cigarettes. Your promise to take me to the next jam session if I convinced Dad for the car. Oh, those days of simplicity and innocence. We were the best of friends and the worst of enemies at the same time. As we grew up, we got calmer, more tolerant, and accepting of each other. We both moved out and the distance grew. We used to share our secrets then. Now we hide them. Yet the bond of siblings cannot diminish. The echoes of our childhood still reverberate in our squabbles. Miles may separate us, but the shared roots will be strong forever. Thank you.
That's lovely. That's
Lovely,
really
Kritika.
lovely. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think we have a running theme out here of separation as the siblings grow and grow
I
apart.
think it's more between
Individually.
brothers and sisters than two sisters. Because
Acha,
brothers
that
get
is interesting.
into, I feel, because brothers have their own families, their wives and children, and all that stuff coming in. Sisters are more connected. I always feel that.
All right, nice to hear that. I have two daughters right now.
Same here.
They, they keep on fighting a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Uh,
They do fight,
uh,
but later on, I feel that they would be more, connected as compared to a brother and a sister.
mm.
I hope so.
I don't know.
Yes, I know.
But it was very heartening because like all my mother's sisters all got together and I've only got one uncle left on my mother's side. All the others have passed away. So now they make it a point to actually go and see him, for things like Rakhi and his birthday and all that. Whereas I think when they were younger, they didn't bother so much. So I have some lovely photographs of everybody getting together at his house and doing the Rakhi thing. Yeah. Okay, Julian, would you like to have a go? Hello, Julian.
Hi.
Hi. Give us another perspective.
Yeah, my poems about my siblings are not very hopeful or happy. So, um, trigger warning about this. It's about mental illness. So I'm one of six, and my eldest sister, who was the smartest one, became a nurse but had a mental breakdown. And we witnessed this when she came back to Malaysia from the UK. And it affected all five of us. The well. I remember when it first happened, it was the first time I heard the word schizophrenia. I did not know how to spell it, even though I was a good speller. I remember when I tried to pronounce it, it was as if my tongue had tied itself in a knot and hung out of the side of my mouth, salivating like a dog's. I remember they said you had an episode. I did not know at that time what an episode was except as a program on TV. Lassie would always find Timmy, no matter how many times he fell into a well. The professor would invent some ingenious way to get off the island, and bungling Gilligan would always thwart him. The skipper would call him crazy, conk him on the head, and everything would be swell. I hated Zorro, though, because it always ended with a cliffhanger. I needed my TV shows to resolve its conflict in 45 minutes, including commercials, with a brand new episode every week. I know when Peyton Place came along, there was so much hype and anticipation of the serial where each episode led into the next in a never ending cycle. I never knew why they called it a soap opera. I thought it was because someone would be singing in the shower before being stabbed dead like in Psycho. I never liked the lovey-dovey kissy-kissy scenes between Rodney and Allison. They were so icky to me. I had to cup my eyes tight in my tiny hands. But that night I had to shut my ears too. Your first episode opened with a bang. You locked yourself in the kitchen, loudly rifling through the cutlery until you found the chopper, then began chopping anything from the fridge, screaming devilish profanities as vegetables flew around Mom's immaculate kitchen. We were playing gin rummy or Scrabble in the living room, and Dad tried to distract us by continuing to play as if everything was swell. It was like our entire family turned quiet, timid into this new darkened well. We were silently shipwrecked on an island of your madness. No lassie was going to come to our rescue because we didn't raise the alarm. This was turning out to be yet another frustrating, tense cliffhanger. Suddenly you came out, chopper swinging. We froze. Dad froze too, and did nothing. We younger kids were shooed upstairs by Mom, the only one who kept her head while everyone was losing theirs. I remember hiding in the room on our knees, frightened and praying so hard together. I remember my heart was a clenched fist, bone white, trying to punch its way out. I don't remember what happened next, or I blacked it out. It was like an episode of Twilight Zone where a man woke up and found all the people in town had gone missing, and he could not remember how he got there. Amnesia. I knew how to spell that. He wanders around trying desperately to call someone anyone and thinks he's going crazy. Then Rod Serling, the narrator, comes on at the end saying something profoundly ambiguous about the fine line between loneliness and lunacy. I remember even when young, I always knew what the word gila meant. My mom would say kirka in Tamil and rotate her index finger around her temple. I knew that if you were gila, they would send you to Tanjung Rambutan or a mental ward. I remember once reading in the Malay Mail the paper that cares of a woman who lay in the middle of the road, daring a bus to run over her in traffic. They arrested her, sent her to the General Hospital mental ward, said the report. That gila woman in the story was you. It was another episode. I remember Mom and my brother once tying you up at the back with ropes and raffia string, anything they could find, and you protested, wild-eyed, shrieking like you were possessed before the ambulance came. It was just another episode, they said. During family gatherings, the older ones would whisper to others, heads cocked parrot-like, saying, "It ran in the family." A cousin and auntie and uncle, all cuckoo. We all had a touch of the kirke, dipped from the same well. I remember when I first heard the word manic depressive, I thought they named this illness after Mannix, the private detective. Perhaps only he could resolve this episode in 45 minutes. It's been 45 years. I know not to use the words mental, mad, psycho, cuckoo, crazy, lunatic, possessed, devil, gila lightly anymore. Because there were times I found myself in a cold, dark place, curled up like an island, my eyes and ears shut as the waves came in. I see how I too fail to accept my own episodes washing up on the shore between us. I see with clarity the episodic anxiety in the inner circle around me now. A touch of the kirke, perhaps. We each have to learn to accept and organize our own rescue. Mom and Dad are gone now. The episodes have stopped for now. I don't watch any TV these days anyway. I can't stand the cliffhangers and season enders. Perhaps you still do. I hope that you are well. Thank you for listening.
Hmm. That was quite moving, Julian. I mean, this has happened to you and in your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is uh, it's tragic in a way. Is your sister still alive? Is she in the
Yeah.
institution or is she at home?
No, she's not institute. She's on her own.
Okay.
I have to keep my boundaries because it's the only way I know how to deal with it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
But it's
right.
very
Mental.
brave of you to have, penned it out so beautifully, and must be cathartic for you, to speak about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, we're grateful you could share such a personal episode in your life.
So,
Yeah, it can be harrowing. The whole experience can be very harrowing and probably is. But yeah, we all hope things improve or do not get worse at least. This is nowadays there are medicines also which kind of help the situation. I've been reading about it. Uh, this particular medication. Well, yeah.
Yeah, very poignant. It came out so beautifully. I mean,
Mm.
the way you have penned, beautiful.
Thank you,
That's right.
Julian. Has the poem been published anywhere? Julian
Mm.
has left us. Yeah, I think that really. I was too gobsmacked to say anything. I was just silenced.
Mm.
Because it is tremendously brave to take out something like that and write about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Rajesh, do you got anything to share?
Yeah, uh, I got this book in my last visit to the Daunt Bookshop in London, which is arguably a very famous bookshop out there. And people, it's an iconic institution, and people go and buy books just as mementos, and I did that too. Uh, so one of the books, obviously, I had to buy was a poetry book, Louis Gluck. Uh, does it come out? It's not coming out very well. Louis Gluck, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2020, and this book is Faithful and Virtuous Night. I couldn't find specifically a sibling poem or a brother and sister poem, but I could find a poem which has the word brother in it. Welcome back, Julian. I hope you're okay now. Anyway, so here's Louis Gluck, Faithful and Virtuous Night, and the poem is called The Sword in the Stone. My my analyst looked up briefly. Naturally, I couldn't see him, but I had learned enough years together to intuit these movements. As usual, he refused to acknowledge whether or not I was right. My ingenuity versus his evasiveness, our little game. At such moments, I felt the analysis was flourishing. It seemed to bring out in me a sly vivaciousness I was inclined to repress. My analyst's indifference to my performances was now immensely soothing. An intimacy had grown up between us like a forest around a castle. The blinds were closed, vacillating. Bars of light advanced across the carpeting. Through a small strip above the window sill, I saw the outside world. All this time, I had a giddy sensation of floating above my life. Far away that life occurred, but was it still occurring? That was the question. Late summer, the light was fading. Escaped shreds flickered over the potted plants. The analysis was in its seventh year. I had begun to draw again modest little sketches, occasional three-dimensional constructs, model and functional objects. And yet the analysis required much of my time. From what was this time deducted? That was also the question. I lay watching the window, long intervals of silence alternating with somewhat listless ruminations and rhetorical questions. My analyst, I felt, was watching me. So in my imagination, a mother stares at a sleeping child, forgiveness preceding understanding. Or more likely, so my brother must have gazed at me. Perhaps the silence between us prefigured the silence in which everything that remains unspoken was somehow shared. It seemed a mystery. And then the hour was over. I descended as I had ascended. The doorman opened the door. The mild weather of the day had held above the shops. Striped awnings had unfurled, protecting the foot. Restaurant shops, kiosks with late newspapers and cigarettes. The insides grew brighter as the outside grew darker. Perhaps the drugs were working. At some point, the street lights came on. I felt suddenly a sense of cameras beginning to turn. I was aware of movement around me, my fellow beings driven by mindless fetish for action. How deeply I resisted this. It seemed to be shallow and false, or perhaps partial and false, whereas truth as I saw it was expressed as stillness. I walked a while, staring into the windows of the galleries. My friends had become famous now. I could hear the river in the background, from which the smell of oblivion interlaced with potted herbs from the restaurants. I had arranged to join an old acquaintance for dinner. There he was at our accustomed table. The wine was poured. He was engaged with the waiter, discussing the land. As usual, a small argument erupted over dinner, ostensibly concerning aesthetics. It was allowed to pass. Outside, the bridge glittered. Cars rushed back and forth. The river glittered back, imitating the bridge. Nature reflecting art, something to that effect. My friend found the image potent. He was a writer. His many novels at the time were much praised. One was much like another. Yet his complacency disguised suffering, and perhaps my suffering disguised complacency. I'll read that again. And yet his complacency disguised suffering, as perhaps my suffering disguised complacency. We had known each other many years. Once again, I had accused him of laziness. Once again, he flung the word back. He raised his glass and turned it upside down. This is your purity, he said. This is your perfectionism. The glass was empty. It left no mark on the tablecloth. The wine had gone to my head. I walked slowly, brooding, a little drunk. The wine had gone to my head, or was it the night itself, the sweetness at the end of the summer? It is the critics, he said. The critics have other ideas. We artists are just children at our games. Thank you. Yeah, I quite liked the sense of, how the story or the poem builds up. And it kind of gives a sense of loneliness as well as a sense of integration with the wider world, especially the bridge glittering in the river and the river reflecting the image back.
Yeah, I like the way it swings between the personal and the
yes,
and
it's
the
social.
outside, and then the swing. It's very
Yeah.
elegantly done. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it started off as a pessimistic thing, but then it picks up.
Yes.
It picks up as it goes along and becomes realistic without becoming pessimistic or without getting into depression. So
Yes.
I quite liked it. And a lot of poems are in this vein, Louis Blanc. I mean, personal experiences, but reflected in art and poetry and in the wider world.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it is my turn. All right.
Yes, it is.
It
The
is my
host is
turn.
always the last. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna read my poem, which doesn't have a title yet. Brother Veer Praji Bro, you came into my life and rendered me deaf. I was incapable of hearing when they said, a family is not complete until you have a son. Until then, I thought I was enough, but it seems I was not. Brother Veer Praji Bro, you came into my life and rendered me blind. I did not see how your favorite foods were always placed in front of you, how the drumstick was always saved for you. I thought the food on our table was for everyone, but it seems that it was not. Brother Veer Praji Bro, you came into my life and rendered me mute. You came home from school brandishing complaints about how you didn't make the cricket team and were consoled with milk and jalebi, while I became captain of the debating team, stole your jalebi, and said nothing. Brother Veer Praji Bro, you came into my life and rendered me untouchable. Your friends sprawled on the sofas in the living room, playing Nintendo, demanding Coca-Cola and hot samosas, while I was banished to my room, because boys will be boys, and my presence was too much disruption for their tender as adolescence. Brother Veer Praji Bro, you came into my life and rendered me free. But for the petty injustices committed in your name, I would not have found the necessity nor the courage to break the rules, to rebel, to make my own way. And now, free of those petty resentments, I find the ties of love unbreakable.
Very nice.
Very, yeah. And
Yeah.
it kind of gets that regional flavor too. I love it, that the iteration of that Punjabi Paraji Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first line was really nice. Baji Veer, brother Veer, but Baji bro.
Baji Bro. Yeah.
All the synonyms in one line.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
Thank you.
very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Okay, do we have a round two?
Yeah, we should. There is
Anybody?
time. There
I
is
have a little
time.
poem which I just read sometime online. I mean, it's not it is about a brother. It's a simple one.
Okay.
Says, if all else fails, if every last tomato plant in the garden shrivels up, if we have nothing but ourselves, promise me you'll be out front, where the lawn meets the street, where the two leaning tree trunks twist into one. That if I'm brave enough this time to climb as high as you, you'll be there, waiting to hoist me up that final branch to share the sunset view. That's it.
Lovely. What's the last two lines again?
You'll be there waiting to hoist me up that final branch to share the sunset view.
Oh, lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's a little cute one.
Yes, it is. Pinaki, you have one as well? Doesn't have to be
Yeah,
on
that was.
theme.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a theme. By the way,
Yeah.
that was Pinaki. Yeah.
Yes. I have one, but it's again another Hindi one. I'm really sorry, but
Don't be
Oh, yeah, that's
sorry.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
yeah,
May-
it's it's about just trying to do our best for and trying to just uh do justice to our mother's sacrifice in raising us. And so, yeah, that's what the poem is about. So, should I go?
Yep.
Okay. वक्त की जकड़ को तुम नहीं छोड़ोगे, वक्त तुम्हें पीछे छोड़ देगा। खुद से इश्क नहीं करोगे तो कौन तुमसे इश्क करेगा। खुद में अगर विश्वास नहीं तो अपनी माँ के आंसुओं को याद कर लेना, तुम्हें पालने में कितनी रातें रोई है। अपनी नाकामयाबी को उन आंसुओं का जवाब दे देना। लम्हों की कशिश में इस कदर न खोना, अपनी माँ के गमों को भुला दो। अपनी मेहनत से उस माँ के जिंदगी के हर लम्हे से एक बार फिर उसको इश्क करा दो। वक्त भी तेरे पैर पकड़ के बोले, तेरी माँ की कुर्बानियों को सलाम हो। So it's a short poem. Basically, the a little translation of it would be that, don't let these moments just go by and, gather, failures and all. And if you do, just find the guts to be answerable to your mother's tears and all when that she cried while trying to raise you, because all of our mothers have made those sacrifices, right?
Yeah.
And just make the best of it, put in that effort, and just make sure that you can give back your mother the chance to enjoy every moment of her life uh, through your efforts and your success. And it should be so great that even the time bends down to your feet and says that, you know what, salute to your mother's sacrifices that she made trying to raise you. So yeah.
Yes, lovely. That's lovely. Thank you, Pinaki. That's great. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else got one? Rajiv?
I got something from a translation, Vijay Shishadri's translation of Momin Khan Momin's poem, an Urdu poet. He has translated it to English, and it's a love poem. So let's of course Urdu poets are known for their
Yes.
heartless love poems. So here's one. I quite like this one. My cause doesn't affect her, and even worse, the pain I feel doesn't cause pleasure. I'm not that far gone. I still prefer hearing that she betrays me to hearing actually betraying me. I'll repeat that. I still prefer hearing she betrays me to her betraying me. The very cosmos is thwarted because in none of the ways you could be mine, you are mine. I don't know why she still keeps my heart as useless to her as an unpaired sandal. Fate abhors me and I abhor fate. The prayer can't reconcile us. It's as if you're with me when I'm alone. It is as if I'm alone when you are with me. Momin, the poet, you're a piece of work. Is she God that you should kiss the hem of her garment? Thank you. That's yeah, those are couplets actually, so I kind of weave them in.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's
Yes.
very, very Lucknow. Momin Khan Momin, I think, was a Lucknow-based poet, but yeah.
Yeah.
Probably someone can do the Urdu lehja of
Oh,
your
yes. If somebody can do the Urdu and then translate a English like this, that will
so
be great. Yeah.
that
We
essence
can,
comes
yeah,
better somehow.
better
Reading
in
the
Urdu.
Urdu and then getting it translated.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, that's right, Gutika. I mean, I really like that, that pairing,
Yeah.
so to say.
Yeah.
And actually, a pairing of Punjabi poetry with this translation is even more deadly. There's a lot of Punjabis on this forum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to you,
Okay.
Sheila.
I have a poem which is actually from an ancient Egyptian text. And it's about a brother and a sister. So this was written sometime between 1500 BC and 1000 BC. So it's a very ancient poem, and it's about brothers and sisters. It's called "It Is Her Love That Gives Me Strength." My sister's love is on the far side. The river is between our bodies. The waters are mighty at flood time. The crocodile waits in the shallows. I enter the water and brave the waves. My heart is strong for the deep. The crocodile seems like a mouse to me, the flood as land to my feet. It is her love that gives me strength. It makes a water spell for me. I gaze at my heart's desire, and she stands facing me. My sister has come. My heart exalts. My arms spread out to embrace her. My heart bounds in its place, like a red fish in its pond. O night, be mine forever, now that my queen has come. So yeah,
Yes.
I want to be that sister.
Yeah.
So this is
If-
originally in English only, right?
No, it's written. It's from an ancient Egyptian text.
Like Sanskrit or what text?
Yeah, they translated it from some piece of papyrus or something they found.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Great.
mm.
Yeah. Brishti does some Sanskrit poems. She's a Sanskrit scholar.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. Yeah. Julian, you got something a little more uplifting?
I have no uplifting poems.
Okay, not in uplifting
Okay.
mode at the moment.
But go on if you had something else you'd like to perform.
Something old, even. Julian's fine.
Something uplifting. Yeah, let me see.
Don't
Yeah,
mind
this
me.
is something I've been working on. So I send it out. Should be a little uplifting, I guess. Fly. I never visited my father in hospital when he had his first heart attack, or my mother when she had a first operation. I never wanted to see my parents in pain, suffering, lying in distress. I just wanted to stay in the warm cocoon of my own ignorance. In a child's eyes, parents are made of cast iron, everlasting, never in need of repair, like the reliable hinge that pivots and swings, never separating from the door, that light that always comes on when you open the fridge for a midnight snack, the clean bed, fluffed up pillows, ever ready to receive a troubled mind. Here, there's always flowers in the living room vase. The porch light is always left on for when you're home late. The car always starts at the turn of the ignition, sparks like a first kiss. And there's always gas in the tank for the long journey to Grandma's. We know that day will come, seeing you in the mirror, all dressed for prom, graduation, your first job interview, maybe an engagement or a wedding, when leaning over the forsaken nest, wings stretched with tears rimming eyes, we'll have to let go. But like the prodigal parts of a heart before the first fall, the raised bed, the smell of hospital disinfectant, the frigid hospice, know that there's still a warm, well-lit place, sheltered from the pain of this darkening world, for you to come home.
Yeah. Yes, I think a lot of us have gone through that experiences.
That's quite
Relatively
true.
close.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
cannot imagine, your parents to be anything other than what you've seen them always, looking after you, being up and around. You can't see them at their weakest time.
Mm.
Let me do something mildly uplifting.
Please, please, we need it.
Well, it's mild. It's a thought problem. How strange would it be if you met yourself on the street? How strange if you liked yourself, took yourself in your arms, married your own self, propagated by techniques known only to you, and then populated the world. Replicas of you everywhere. Some are Arabs, some are Jews, some live in yurts. It is an abomination, but better that your sweet and scrupulously neat self emerges at many points on the earth to watch the horned moon rise. Then all those dolts out there turning into pillars of salt wherever we look. If we have to have people, let them be you. Spritzing your germaniums, driving yourself to the haberdashery, killing your supper with a blowgun. Yes, only in the forest do you feel at peace, up in the branches and down in the terrific gorges, and you have seen through everything else. You have fled in terror across the frozen lake. You have found yourself in the sand, the palace, the prison, the dockside stools, and long ago, on this same planet, you came home to an empty house, poured a scotch and a soda, and sat in a recliner in the unlit rumpus room, puzzled at what became of you. Thank you. It's kind of interesting for
Yeah.
uh,
If they're going to be people, let them be you. I mean, that's something to think
yeah.
about. Probably AI can do it.
Yes.
All your lookalikes around,
Yeah.
huh? Mm.
By the way, the poem which won this year's uh, our poetry Valentine's Day poetry contest was a love poem to an AI. So that was interesting. Back to you, Sheila. You're on mute.
Okay. Yep. So I think we've done 2 rounds. I think we had a surprise, but Rajiv is not here.
Yeah, I think he just dropped off. He was like right there.
Yeah.
Probably got disconnected.
Yep. We'll wait for him to reconnect because although Cyrus couldn't come today because he's on an extended road trip.
Yep.
He did send a video and
Oh.
of him singing. So we've actually got a recording of that song. If Rajiv would come back, hello Earth to Rajiv. Let me WhatsApp him. Okay, I'm trying to hope that he will come back with Cyrus's song.
I would like to take everyone's leave. I have a meeting at 8. It
Okay,
was a pleasure joining,
thank you so
and I hope
much.
to catch up with all of you again.
Yeah.
So good night.
Good night. Okay, Rajiv needs 5 minutes. What are we going to do for 5 minutes? Oh, he ran
You
out of
have it
power.
or Rajiv has it?
Rajiv needs 5 minutes because his computer powered down,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
Yep,
Yeah.
happens.
Yes. So did you all get a holiday for your National Day? Of course you did.
Yeah, we had a long weekend, Independence Day, then Saturday and Sunday weekend off.
Oh, nice. Did you do anything exciting?
Nothing really. It's been raining here crazily.
Oh,
So
okay.
not being really moving out much because of the water logging and stuff. But you're just relaxing because Monday's
Yeah.
back to work.
Yeah. So, but there's no flooding or anything, right?
No, not really. It's just that waterlogging which eases out after some time, basically.
Hmm. Hmm. Jasbir,
Yeah.
anything exciting?
Just be logged off. I
Jasbir
mean,
is, no,
there.
she's here, but she's on mute.
Yeah, even the videos off.
Yeah. I think she does that when she has connection problems.
How's it in Malaysia?
Hot.
Really?
It's been,
All
yeah,
the
it's been
time.
hot, and
Okay.
then we get the thunderstorms, and then it just is endless cycle.
And the pandemic stare is worn off, I guess, right?
Yeah. Pandemic's long gone.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they had it, the Singapore stuff, all this coming back and all that. Because I was planning
Yeah.
to come in June. So I had a word with Swagata also. She said, no, abhi to it's like, the scare is there. So we've been asked to mask up and also I just give it up then.
Yeah,
Sorry
no,
about that.
that's
Yeah.
okay. I don't know, maybe I go to
Okay.
different places, so I don't get crowds like she does. But it's pretty okay. Like,
Yeah,
the
now it
stores
must
are,
have just, fizzled out kind of. Nothing's in the news also now.
yeah. Okay. So we have a special
Okay.
surprise from Cyrus.
Yeah. From
Yes.
Cyrus. Yeah. So
So,
Cyrus sort of recorded a song and he sent it to us. And I'm going to share that song. And he also sent a message. Sheena, do you have the message which you can read out?
okay. So this is Cyrus's message. He says, "Hi everyone. Although I cannot be physically present for tonight's session on the theme of brothers and sisters, I would like to participate with a song on the theme to close out the evening, if not with all of you in person, but very much in spirit tonight. The original song is entitled Confluence, that you're about to hear, which is about the very real confluence, a wonderful meeting of siblings that happened one March many, many years ago. It was a time when my two siblings and I, along with our then young families, managed to beat the odds and our individual hectic work schedules to have a wonderful magical holiday together with our parents in Calcutta. The reference to the lyric to the confluence of the three planets, a celestial rarity, seems natural, as did the reference to the tiny stars at play, which of course is a reference to our to the very young children, nephews and nieces who all also got together as part of this magical, albeit all too brief confluence. So we hope you will enjoy the song, which is a tribute to siblings who find ways to make time for each other. And the
I
lyrics
would,
are
I would suggest you put on your headphones. This is a lovely song. Can I play, Sheena?
yes, please.
Yeah. You can see the screen, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. I think I need to do something more. That is share the computer sound.
You can put it on full screen, right?
He also wanted us to look at the
Lyrics. Okay, side by side.
other thing, but it's okay. Let's see how it goes and let me know if I need to repeat that. Can you hear it?
Yes.
I started and stopped it. Okay.
So we're told by those who hold the view that earthly strings will overpower the pull of love on all celestial things. By some paradox around this equinox, no power in the stars could prevent the confluence of Mercury, Uranus, and Mars. Uranus so distant was the last to be aligned. Now in Mars this stride of stars has found a human face. The pull of love that once seemed strained has brought them to this place. As Jupiter and Venus watched the tiny stars at play, and Pluto drew on love so far away, so far away. I found beyond the influence of slabs of Hershey bars the meaning of this confluence of Mercury, Uranus, and Mars. I found beyond the influence of slabs of Hershey bars the meaning of this confluence of Mercury, Uranus, and Mars.
How was that?
See, this is what technology does. The plus
Yeah.
points.
That's right. That's
Awesome.
right.
So good.
Yeah, that was really good. I was hearing it with headphones, and it's a different experience altogether.
Ah,
If you
I saw the date said 1992, was it?
Yeah, I think that was when that incident happened. But he recorded it for us, specially for this event.
Well, you mean he's been writing songs that long ago?
Yeah. He's been writing songs since he has been college. So
Oh,
that's right.
Is
He has a history.
did he do it professionally?
No, he does not do it professionally. He does it, but he has got his own community. Is what I understand.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. All
I
right.
was just really happy that he actually did a happy song, because so much of his work is so dark, and this one was so. And there's another song he did like a few weeks ago, which he put on Facebook, and I thought, oh, it's a happy song, Cyrus, you sing a happy song, and and he smiled, and I thought, oh, you smiled while singing a song. That's awesome. So
so
he
I guess
really-
we got to arrange one singing session. You remember how we did that?
Yeah.
COVID? That was good fun.
That's right. We used to have a singing session where at least 6 or 7 singers, some good, some not so good, but who cares?
Yeah,
Yes.
bathroom
fun.
singers like us also used to just scream out.
Yes, exactly. It was fun. Yeah, let me think about it. Maybe the next one, Sheena, next month
Next month, the
can be
singing
this.
one.
Yes, the September one can be a singing one. And we
Okay.
can ask people to. Okay,
Parveen,
not a bad idea. It is quite fun.
Yeah, and our singer in the group, Parveen, right?
Praveer
Praveen.
sings those old Kishore Kumar songs,
Yeah, it
and
is
he's
very
always
good.
there. He's always there. So we just have to rope him in, and he can belt out a few, not more than a few, with those old
Nice.
songs. So I'm sure your parents will also enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
put them in.
Julian, start warming up those vocal cords.
Yes,
I can't
Julian.
I can't sing at all.
Never mind. You can fake it. If Rex Harrison could fake it in My Fair Lady, you can fake it.
Really? He
Yeah.
sounded good, isn't he?
He couldn't sing at all. He spoke his way through all the songs.
And just
You know who was
well,
really bad? It was Pierce Brosnan in that ABBA movie with Meryl Streep. Did you see that
That's
one?
true.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Oh
true.
man, he couldn't sing at all. Why did they put him up to?
By the way,
Yeah.
in London this time, we went and saw that the same movies, ABBA's performance on stage, and they had professional, singers and actors out there. So
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Coincidentally, I've been listening to ABBA on Spotify this last week, so it must be like an ABBA
Mm.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Start practicing. I am
Yes,
the
start
dancing
practicing.
queen.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for your beautiful verses. Thank you for siblings. We love them, we hate them, but they're there, and yeah, they make life more interesting.
yeah, and we got to deal with it. Fine.
Yes, and you got to deal with it. Yes.
Oh, thank you
Okay.
so much. Okay,
Right.
bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.